All right, boys, today we're going to be talking about defensive linemen. Now, I made a specific video on offensive linemen. Today, we're spotlighting defensive line, and really because not a lot of defensive tackles have been released, and we went over defensive end like a tier list style, but this is going to include edge rushers like right outside linebacker, left outside linebacker. Now, this video is going to be super interesting because we have so many possibilities. Now, there's also a lot of abilities in the game as well, so this is what I'm going to go ahead and do. We're going to break it down for a couple different lineups. One is just going to be like just base, no abilities, just pass rushers, who I think is the best at each spot, right? Because I think that is important. Again, we'll go over right end, defensive tackle, left end. We'll keep that position specific. After that, we're going to start introducing some abilities. I'm going to be going over my favorite run stopping lineup first. Then I'm going to be going over my favorite pass coverage. That might not make sense right now, but I promise eventually it will make sense. And then finally, we're going to be going over the pass rush lineup with abilities. So let's go ahead and get it started right here. Who I think is the best edge rusher at right outside linebacker. That is going to go ahead and be Derek Thomas for me. Derek Thomas, 6'3", 243, 93 speed, 94 acceleration, 90 block shed, 91 power moves, 89 finesse moves. Has great speed, has great acceleration. The block shed, the power moves, the finesse moves, all are fantastic. At left outside linebacker right here, I am going to go ahead and go Terrell Suggs because, again, this is just base like edge rusher, 90 speed, 90 acceleration. He just has the best like combo, in my opinion, of block shed, power moves, finesse moves, and he also does have some speed as well. So that's why Terrell Suggs made it for me just base stats over like Christian Harris, Montez Sweat. Again, you can argue like Sweat because they are like faster. Now at the right end spot right here, I am going to go ahead and go Nick Bosa with that 93 speed, 90 acceleration, 97 block shed, 95 power moves, 95 finesse moves. I just think he, again, has some of the best stats we're going to see. Even compared to the 96 JJ Watt, like I'm taking him over that JJ Watt for sure. I would say the field pass Chris Jones would be on here, but we kind of can't get him right now. And I also think it kind of changes depending on what you value for defensive tackle. Like potentially Vita Vea is a great big body, right? He is a great big body. So I'm going to have one of each like style, like one Vita Vea. He's a big body, 6'4", 347, 93 power moves, 96 block shed, only has that bull rush trait on yes, meaning he's not going to use his finesse moves pretty much, just to sum it up. And also right here, we can go ahead and have more of like a speed guy that's more like a defensive end. Again, you can't play defensive ends as defense tackle. Love Aaron Donald right here with 88 speed, 90 acceleration, 90 block shed, 92 power moves, 92 finesse moves. And just base stats right here for left end, I'm going to go ahead and go Zadarius Smith with 92 speed, 91 acceleration, 95 block shed, 95 power moves, 90 finesse moves. So this right here is our very first lineup. This again is just no abilities, no nothing, just who I think is the best stats wise, right? So what you can do is you could potentially play Bosa, Zadarius Smith, the defensive tackle, if you do want to do that, and then play Derek Thomas, Terrell Suggs as your edge rushers, or you could play Bosa, Zadarius Smith. Like you could just do, there's so many possibilities with this, right? So yeah, like I said, this is no abilities. Now we're going to go ahead and start introducing some abilities right here. So I have a general rule of thumb as well. We're going to be talking about run defense first. My rule is if I'm running inside stuffs, I want 2 of them at least. The reason why I say that as well is because it's so easy to take away one inside stuff by just double teaming the inside stuff, right? So I try to run at least 2 of them. And for me, I play people out of position. Defensive tackle 1 right here. I love this David Bakhtiari card. David Bakhtiari, 93 overall, 6'4", 310, 87 speed, 89 acceleration, 94 strength, has 93 block shed, 93 power moves, 85 finesse moves. He has good stats as well, but again, the big thing for me, gets that inside stuff ability for 1 AP. And then as my defensive tackle 2, I guess you could go Vita Vea now, and I wouldn't be mad at it. I really like this Jalen Carter still. He's a little bit more athletic as well than Vita Vea, like 84 speed, 91 acceleration. The reason why I say that is important is, first off, your inside stuff is going to shed, but you want him to go ahead and make the play too, right? So for me, I'm just going to go Jalen Carter right here. Can go Vita Vea, or you could go potentially other 1 AP inside stuffs. But these 2 right here are going to be my 2 defensive tackles. This can work in a dollar setting as well. I would say if you're running like a 3-down lineman set, I would go ahead and not place one at the nose tackle. I would actually run them both as your outside ends in a 3-down lineman set. So if we're going all out run defense, right? We're going all out run defense on the edge. These two guys right here should pretty much lock up the interior runs. You're going to want some people that can lock up the outside runs, right? Like the stretches. This stuff, inside stuff does not activate on. What I would go ahead and do is you don't have to do this too. I think 2 inside stuffs is more than enough. You can also go ahead, again, run someone like a Nick Bosa right here, and then he gets the no outsiders ability for 1 AP. And if you guys are ever curious, like who gets what, head over to mutt.gg and just like scroll down on a card and be like, okay, who else gets no outsiders for 1 AP that maybe can fit your price range a little bit better. And then at a left end spot right here, we could go Derek Thomas, but I mean, if you just want to keep him in position, guess what? We can go Zadarius Smith as well, and guess what he gets? He also gets that no outsiders for 1 AP. So right here, we're spending 4 AP on the defensive line, but I think this does go ahead and give you like a really good chance to just go about stopping every single run, which you can also do as well in a 4-down lineman set, which I would not hate too. You can run inside stuff on everyone. And I get a lot of questions about like zone KOs, inside stuff like that. It's not necessarily where they play on the field. It's the specific run call that the offense calls. So like a lot of the RPOs, inside stuff activates on almost every single one. So I want to show you guys an example of what I did. So we're going to go to someone like Vita Vea right here that we know gets inside stuff. And we're going to go ahead and click this inside stuff ability right here. See who else gets inside stuff for 1 AP. That would be some good edge rushers for us, right? Kind of value and speed a little bit. So like Madden BK and Jared Allen, they fit the bill. We'll go Madden BK right here. Guess what? Again, we're going to go ahead and put the inside stuff on him. Then also right here, we're going to go ahead and get Jared Allen right here. Jared Allen. And again, we're going to go ahead and put the inside stuff for 1 AP. So this right here should really help you like stop a lot of the RPOs. It might be a little bit overkill as well, but I mean, again, you can do this, and I don't think this is a bad setup. We have a ton of AP on defense right now. You can try to full send just stopping the run, and I don't think it's a stupid thing to do. So this right here is everything that I think I would do to go about stopping the run. Not really a ratings thing, because we introduce abilities. Like ratings start to matter less and less when abilities get introduced to the game. Now we're going to go over kind of a weird lineup that might not make sense. So there's certain defenses, and you could test this for yourself, where if you play outside linebackers at the end spot, you can actually move them to defensive tackle. And I want to show you guys an example of what I'm talking about right here too. So we're going to be in this nickel overset as an example, and by flipping packages, we're flicking the right stick to the left right here. We get this free safety 1 inside, and what that just did is I'll go ahead and pick a play right here, right? So we have potentially Christian Harris now at defensive tackle. Do you see that? Number 48, that is Christian Harris. So the reason why I'm going over this lineup is to give you something where you can potentially have lurk artists on every piece on your defense. And I think that is really, really nice. What you have to do is you have to play outside linebackers at defensive end, and then just like flick through packages and see if what I just did works for you in the defense you run, right? So the person I'd like to play at the end spot that goes to a defensive tackle is Christian Harris. Reason why I'm okay with doing this, first off, he drops into a zone a lot for me. I love putting him in like a bluff blitz, a 3 receiver hook, because it does a really good job of taking away the running back a lot. And I mean, he has 95 speed, 93 acceleration, 80 power moves, 92 finesse moves, 91 block shed. He can go to work. Trust me on that. He can go to work. Another player that I really like to do this with, and I'm really comfortable, is Terrell Suggs. Guess what? He's 6'3", 265, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 93 block shed, 94 power moves, 94 finesse moves. So he has like really all the pass rush stats, and again, gets that lurk artist ability for 0 AP. Now, what you can also do is now play other pieces at your defensive end spot. These could be your edge rushers. And for me, I'm valuing people that have really, really good pass rush stats. So someone like a middle linebacker Gronk that actually has really high power moves. He's 94 speed, 95 acceleration. He can be an edge rusher for us as well. And again, he gets that lurk artist ability for 0 AP. Another player that I really, really like as well in this spot is Ray Nitschke. Again, this time they're more edge rushers. So these two guys are edge rushers, in which certain packages it's going to look like this, okay? And I can't even put him at defensive tackle because obviously a lot of people don't know this is a thing. So yeah, we with certain packages, Christian Harris, Terrell Suggs is a defensive tackle, Ray Nitschke, Rob Gronkowski as our edge rushers. Gives us a ton of versatility in coverage. We can rush 3 with defensive tackles dropping into coverage. We can rush 3 with these guys dropping into like a flat zone, a vertical hook, stuff like that. So we can man them up to the running back. We can man them up to the tight end. I just love the coverage possibilities with this lineup. That's why I wanted to cover it, and not a lot of people know about that. All right, now the final thing we got right here is pass rush. Now I'm going to be going over what I think is potentially the best thing you can do from a just straight up pass rush. And I think it's going to be sending for a lot. So at right end right here, this is a non-negotiable. This is why it's tough to run this right now, in my opinion, because this card right here is still 3 milli. This is JJ Watt's role, in my opinion. So player specific abilities, it doesn't show up. He gets the combo of edge threat and double or nothing in total for 3 AP. He's the best value in the game when it comes to that, okay? This is a non-negotiable. This has to be one of your edge rushers. Edge threat, double or nothing combo together is actually really good. Kind of unbelievably good, to be honest with you. This time, however, it's just 4 AP on him. So Derek Thomas, it should show. So like edge threat for 1, and then tier 4 gets double or nothing for 3. In total, 4 AP on him. There is a way to make this even better if you do want to do it. And this would be like insta sheds everywhere, and something that I really like. So you're not able to run the exact dream ability combo right now because there's only one person that gets it. But we're going to talk about not spending AP versus spending AP, and you'll get what I'm saying in a second. So at a BK right here, defensive tackle 1. What I think from an ability perspective will be insane is when we get 2 1 AP interior threats in the interior. Interior threat is actually really good in my opinion. Like, I think this thing sheds a lot. The only people that get it for 1 AP is Matabike, and also guess what, JJ Watt. Instead on Matabike, right, we're not gonna run interior threat anymore. We're just gonna run his unstoppable force X factor. So his unstoppable force, I believe it's on for 5 plays, off for 5 plays, on for 5 plays, off for 5 plays. So this right here is going to be a beastly pass rusher for like 5 plays. And when I say beastly, like, they kind of have to double team it. So what else can you add to this to make it really insane? Guess what? We have another defensive tackle, AKA card that gets an insane preload X factor. It's Aaron Donald. And once again, this is also 0 AP. The thing I would run on Aaron Donald for sure is the interior threat for 0. I just talked about it, and it works just like the unstoppable force. And guess what? It's either someone's going to be left one-on-one on this defensive line right here. And it's either going to be edge threat double or nothing one-on-one, unstoppable force one-on-one, or interior threat one-on-one for like 5 plays, of course. But like, this I think is the best potential pass rushing ability setup, best potential pass rushes period, man. And also right here, we got a new LTD Reggie White that gets the unstoppable force as well. So now instead of Aaron Donald, we plug Reggie White into right here. So literally just saw that. And Reggie White as a whole with the 96 block shed, 96 power moves, 95 finesse moves. Just again, in today's video, don't think of what I said as just like, oh, specific cards. A lot of what I said today is to do with abilities. So if he gets the inside stuff for 1, guess what? He fits in the run stopping lineup. A lot of what I said today is all about abilities, okay? We also got Keith Bullock as well right here. I think he's going to go ahead and get the 0 AP lurk artist if I had to guess, but it actually made him a good pass rusher with 94 speed. So he's someone that can take Christian Harris spot as well. He could take Terrell Suggs spot. Terrell Suggs moves to an edge rusher. You know, there's a lot of different things we can do to move stuff around. So again, just think of what I said as abilities today, not necessarily like player specific. But yeah, boys, hope y'all did enjoy this video, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Stay updated with the best cards in Madden. If you guys do want to see me use some of this stuff live, make sure to hit that noti bell on YouTube as well, or check the links in the description. Hit that Twitch with a follow. I'm multi-streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Would love to see you on some streams, man. But if you guys do want another video to watch, I did the same thing for offensive line. You should check it out.